moves a man.
Alright, so let me tell you a story about the time I stuffed the hell out of Alex and he fell down. Nice quick story, right? 5 minutes at most. And so what happened was, me and Alex were playing basketball, alright?
Okay.
It was a 1v1 because this man thought that he was too good, so I said, let me play you real quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And long story short, right? We're midway through the game, you know. I'm winning, right? 3-0. 3-0.
Yeah.
This man, he was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a risky shot. And I heard him say it because he said it out loud, and I was like, dang, fool, I'm not gonna let you do this. So this man ran up, right? He ran straight up to me, right? Tried to challenge me in my defense. Tried to challenge me. The GOAT at basketball itself, like the creator of the game, dude. Like I'm telling you, this man ran up on me, right? He decided, he was like, you know what? I'm gonna put all my body on this dude. I'm gonna take the tough shot and I'm gonna get the end one, right? So I said, hell no. Anyways, what happened was, this man, he was right. So I was midway through. He ran up and challenged me. He was doing some weird arm twisty moves, and he was doing, you know, this and that, and he tried to shoot the ball, right? He jumped up and shot the, he jumped up and shot the ball, right? And so what happened was, I jumped up, you know, with him. I copied his momentum, I copied his jump height, his jump pattern and everything, and I said, yeah, you see, this is what happens. I jumped up and I said, no, you're not gonna do this, right? So I swatted him, and let me tell you, man, best stuff of my life. And let me tell you, he got shut down. I'm telling you, man, this man fell over and everyone started dying. I'm telling you, man, like there was like 10 people out of nowhere, like Johnny, Ruben, everyone started laughing at him, right? Like everyone was laughing at him hardcore, like Alex was stuff like that. It was the funniest thing. Like he was like peeing himself, like on the ground, crying, like holding his ankles.
Shut up! That's a lie,
Johnny
bitch.
was trying to pick him up, like Johnny was like, dude, hey, I got you. I'm not gonna destroy you again. And see, so what happened was, he got up right and he was like, let's get back to the game. This man was bleeding from his elbow. He had Darren finish the game, right? Darren. The retarded one, he said, you know what, hey buddy, you finished the game for me. You thought you could take me on, and you thought you did good, and I'm gonna tell you, buddy, you did pretty good. That's what I told him. I said, you did pretty good, Alex. So I squatted in his face, right? Butthole, you know, everything, like, you know, nuts halfway in his mouth. I swear. All the damn gone, oh my god. Anyways. I took the shot, right? Nothing but net went in. The net came out of the thing, right? And everyone started going, oh! And, you know, Johnny, being the good friend that he is, he picked Alex up, right? He scraped off all the dirt. And Darren had to finish the game. Later on in mine and Darren's game, right? See, so I beat Alex 5-0, right? Fresh out of the box. I punked him and he died, you know what I'm saying? Like, we buried his ankles in a casket, right? And like we floated him down the river.
I think he died.
He didn't get mad. He took the L, right? He took that. He was humble about it. He was like, you know what? I lost. I accept that, right? And so I was like, you know, Alex, you're a really awesome person. You know, you're really awesome. You took that L. I gave you the L. You know, silver platter and everything. And
You didn't say that shit.
Me and Darren, right? We were 1v1ing, right? Darren's handles were legit, like Alex's ankles broken and like out of style, right? No one could use them. Like put a caution sign around them because like they should never ever be used again, right? And let me tell you something. Darren was actually pretty good. His ball movements weren't the best, but you know some of them got me and some of them didn't. You know, he threw the ball over my head and ran straight through me. I said, you know what? That was amazing, right? And I used that, right? Next game, same game actually, same game. We were playing, right, and I had the ball, right? So I said, let me show this man what's up, right? I ran up to him, right? I challenged him for the layup. I was running up, I was about to put the ball in the net, right? And I challenged him. I ran up to him and I challenged him. He stood there like a brick wall, right? He stood there like Superman, had his hands on his hips and everything, said, I'm gay, and like everything. Honestly, that.
Jesus,
and this man tried to stand there, and I ran up to him, right? And with all my might, this man moving screened me, and I showed him what's up. You know, he thought he won that. No, he didn't, man. I punked him. The man fell over. broke his ankles and everything. Like, I promise you that. Yeah, it came up dirt on his elbows. Like, this man was bleeding. And I scored on him, and I got the layup, and he got up, ouch, and so yeah, everyone started, oh, again, you know, world star, you know, put this man, get him his own TV show on MTV, you know, call it MTV Paul Steele's ankles, and for like, that
He did not break my ankle, shut the fuck up.
and let me tell you something,
This nigga's lying. I swear to God.
Let me tell you something right here. This was the most amazing thing that had ever happened. I swear to God, Slim Jesus, Obama, Barack Obama, our current president, our current 44th president right now, I swear to God, this man pulled up in his helicopter and said, I stole this from Donald Trump. Let me show you a tour of your life, right? So I got in the helicopter, right? Let me tell you something. I got in the helicopter, and we flew straight to Washington, D.C., to the White House. And I'm telling you, this man has an executive basketball court, right? There's a circle with an eagle, right? And just like, you know, the United States presidential office thing, right? A little, the seal that they put on everything. And this man, I'm telling you, this man had the best hops I've seen since Jordan. Obama can lay some dunks down, I'm telling you. This man played just like LeBron Jesus, I'm telling you. Let me tell you something. His shooting was beyond the charts, I'm telling you. Like, if you were to watch him shoot a 3 from half court, I'm telling you, like, there was almost a 95.5 billion% chance that thing would go in out of 10%. That thing would go in every single time. And let me tell you something. As soon as he took one step away from mid-range, he would miss every single shot. You know, he said, "I want redemption for those 2 kids you broke badly back there," right? And he showed me a picture of some Secret Servicemen taking a video, right? And he showed me the video. I was like, "What's this?" He said, "Look at this video right here." Right? I watched the video. I swear to Jesus, this man showed me a video of me dropping Alex and charging straight through Darren, right? And it was like edit and everything, like, you know, like the sound that what's it called? Roblox characters make whenever they die. I promise to God, as soon as Alex plopped down to the ground, I heard that sound effect loud and clear. And I was like, wow, Obama, this is amazing, right?
I think you're dying.
So yeah, this was amazing, right? I was like, dang, Obama's a gangster, you know what I'm saying? This man, like, he kills niggas on the daily, real talk. And so let me tell you something. He showed me the next video. The next video was all the more better. Alright, see, so it was Darren, you know. He had a couple of handles. I'm not gonna lie about that, you know what I'm saying? He tricked me once or twice, but let me tell you something. This video was all the more better. I'm not even lying. It showed him, you know, it showed my downside, you know, how he crossed me like once or twice, right? But I didn't fall over, right? I stumbled a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, you know, that happened, you know. He crossed me up like once or twice, right?
Yeah.
He tried to throw the ball over my head, you know. This one time I caught it. I said, nope, you're not gonna do that, right? So I stuffed him, and I got I stole the ball, right? That's what happened. And it showed the part, right, in the video. This is the video still. It showed the part where I charged straight through. I charged straight defense, you know. I challenged him, you know. I took the challenge. There's like 2 goats going off at it, like 2 goats going at it. He took that out, right? And let me tell you something. As soon as he plopped down, you would not believe what I heard.
What'd you hear?
I heard the most weirdest of dolphin noises, right? That dolphin noise that they do. Anyways, you know, he said, I want my redemption. I want to revive these kids. He said, I want to bring these kids confidence level back up to 80, right? Back to where it was, back to 10, you know, right? I want to make them feel good about themselves.
Yeah.
So what he did was he sent one of his Secret Service members to pick Alex and Darren and everybody up in their private jets. They came, right, like an hour later. I promise you that. They came like an hour later. Right, Alex? You can confirm these series of events that I'm about to state?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they brought him over, right?
Shit.
This was in the Oval Office, I promise you that. Like, Donald Trump was there. He said, check up, guys. He said, check up, and he threw the ball at my chest. I said, Obama, I didn't know you played such a rude game. He played hard, I'm going to tell you that. He played hard. He played true, like he was true to basketball. Like, basketball was a sport, not because he's black, but because he's got the hops. Because he's black. Anyways, let me tell you something, man. This man stepped up to me, right? You remember this, Alex? He stepped up to me. He said, check up, little nigga. And I said, wow,
Oh, yeah.
this man is a gangster.
Yeah, I remember
right?
that.
And so what happened was, he had ball, right? He had ball,
Mhm.
and it was his check, right? My check. I started the check, and he ended with ball, right? I didn't think he could handle me, right? In my defense, right?
Mhm.
Let me tell you something, Randy. I was wrong. This man put the ball through my legs and laughed at me, right? And I'm not gonna lie, man. Johnny and everyone, they were laughing like, dang, you just got crossed up by our 44th president, dog. How do you feel? I was like, dang, I feel like I just got world starred on a world star stage, you know? And I didn't want that to happen. I said, wow, I need to redeem myself, right? See, so what happened was, I went up there, right? I went back and I said, you know what? Hey, I don't appreciate that, right? So what happens was, he picked me up, right? He was like, you know what? I'll give it to you. That was my fault. I got a little too aggressive, right?
Mhm.
So this is what happened, right? It was my check, my ball, right?
Yeah.
And he started it. He
Mhm.
started the check. So midway through this checkup, right? Let me tell you something. This is no lie, no joke, no seed, 100%. Like if you tell me that a Lamborghini's gonna pull up and Obama's gonna be in there, he's gonna be like, what'd you say? He's gonna tell you that happened. I grabbed the ball, right? I grabbed the ball. It was my ball, right? He just finished the checkup, and I was like, let me see what it does, right? You see those handles, right? The ones that he saw when in the video, and he said this. He said these exact words. He said, I don't believe it. I said, are you calling me out, Mr. Obama? He said, I in fact am. So let me tell you something. This was one of the most amazing things that had ever happened to me in my life. I said, no, Obama, I'm gonna shoot you, you know, all real, 100% legit, right?
Mhm.
And so what happens was, I ran up to him, right? I challenged him, you know, just like I challenged Darren, you know. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna show you, right?
Yeah.
And so I ran up to him, right? I charged. I'm not gonna lie, you know. He stumbled back a little bit, but let me tell you something, man. Like, this man stood up straight. I'm telling you, he was like 10 foot tall. Like he's not even that tall, but I swear. And I bumped into him, right?
Yeah.
And he said, "Swell up, little nigga." That's you, God. His hand came out, and it looked like a grapefruit. His hand came up and swatted the ball from my dribble. He interrupted my dribble. And I said, I'm not gonna take that. I don't appreciate that. And let me tell you, man, the next 5 seconds of my life were completed, right?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Donald Trump hopped in. I'm not even lying about this. I swear to Jesus Christ. Like, on my soul right now. Jesus Christ will smite me down to hell if I'm lying right now. I promise you. Donald Jr. Trump stepped up and he said, no, you know, they call him Junior, right? You know, anyways, this man stepped up and he said, let me see that ball. So you know what I did? I juked him out. You know, he started crying, promise you that. Like, he was like, I'm gonna deport you, right? He started threatening me with the deportation. So I said, step up, white man, right? And I had both. It was a 2v1 then. Right then, it became a 2v1, right? It was a 2v1, right? Obama and Trump versus, you know, just me, right?
Yeah.
And so, let me tell you what happened. This was the most amazing thing that had ever happened, right? He said, try me, right? This man stepped up. Obama, right? It was Obama, right? Right. He was standing there. He was setting the screen, right? It was Obama's ball, right? Obama had it. He set the screen, and I'll tell you. Let me tell you something. From the free throw, Obama jumped up and stayed in the air. That ball went in, right? And he dunked it. He slammed it down. I said, you know, I know you're not stepping up to me, right? I said that, right? I know you. I get for a fact you're not stepping up to me, right? And he said, I am. So what you gonna do about it? You know what I did? You know what I did, Randy?
What?
On Jesus Christ himself, I picked my phone up from out of my pocket, right? And I got on my contacts list, right? Let me tell you what I did. I said, you know what? I'm gonna call somebody, right? So I called him, right? And I kid you not, like, I promise to God, like, right now, if I'm lying, I will go to hell in, like, a day. I promise you that. But the name of the contact was number 30, right? The number 30. That's all it was. Can you guess who I called, Randy?
Who?
I called LeBron James himself. I promise you that. Like, he showed up, you know, gym shorts and everything, ready to put the smackdown on Obama and Donald Trump, right?
Uh-huh.
Let me tell you something, right? As soon as he came up, you know, he pulled up, you know, golden helicopter and everything, 10 billion on GTA 5. Anyways, this man pulled up in a golden helicopter, right? I was like, dang, LeBron James, when did you get that? You know, I didn't hear the good news. You know, I didn't know you bought a golden helicopter. He said, yeah, the $5 right now on down payment right now, $5 you can take it home. I said, you know what? I'll buy that later. But right now, we got a basketball game to play, and let me tell you something. I gave the ball, right? I gave the ball straight to him. You know, he said, thanks for that, right? I gave him the ball, right? And he ran up, right? And he was in a ball hugger, right? I was like, I saw it in his face. He had the ball in his hand. He was like looking at the rim. He started licking his lips at the rim, right? I said, don't ball hog it. He ran up, and let me tell you something. He set the best alley-oop ever. I'm telling you, this man ran up. He broke through both of their defense, right? Made it seem like he was gonna go in for the dunk, right? And you know how they slapped the ball on the backboard?
Yeah.
Well, he did that to himself, right? He threw it back, and he smacked it against the backboard, and it came flying out to me. And so I promise you, man, I was like half court. Remember this, Alex? I was like half court, and I said, yee, and I jumped, right? From half court, grabbed the ball, slammed it down over Obama and Donald Trump, right? They were both crying. They're like, dang, you know, he took my ankles. And I promise to Jesus Christ himself, the center of the floor, you know, that little pin that I was telling you about, the circle with the American Eagle in it?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, this thing opened up, right? I was like, what is that? You know, some smoke came out, and there was like a little white glare out of the smoke, right? I swear to Jesus Christ himself, like, if I'm lying, I will die right now of cancer. Anyways, I promise to God, a little white old man came out, and he was super short. I said, who is this? It was the vice president, the 44th Vice President of the United States, and let me tell you something. This man was like 3'2". I'm telling you, he was super short. He was like a midget, like
3'2".
It was like 3 feet 2 inches. I'm telling you, this man was a legit goblin, right? And so let me tell you, he had the hops like. Let me tell you, this man could touch the ceiling if you wanted to, right now. And so what happened was, I said, you know what, it's not going to be fair a 3-on-2, right? So I dialed another number, right? The number was, the contact name was Homeless Man, right? So let me tell you, you know, I have a website on my phone, right? It's called homelessman.com, right? You could buy a homeless man, and he'll work for you for like an hour, right? He'll work for you for like $5 an hour, like 20 hours, and you give him $1, he's done.
Oh, alright.
And let me tell you something, man. This homeless man, you know, tall, black, you know, fat homeless man, right? He had small hands, right? He had like little chicken feet, and let me tell you, he would run fast. Right? He was a fat black man. He would run fast. He was super short too. Like, he was stubby. He was like 4'11". And so he covered Joseph Biden, the little goblin, right? I covered Donald Trump, right? Because, you know, he's white, I'm white, you know, gotta make it fair. LeBron James covered Obama, right? We started playing, right? Let me tell you, the highlights were amazing. You know, we had some good turnovers and some good plays, right? You know, I pushed in a couple of times on Donald Trump, you know. He got a couple of layups on me, you know what I'm saying? It was all fun and game, right? And I promise to God, it was game point, like we were overtime, like 4th overtime in a row, like we were tied up together, right? We were neck and neck at this point, and let me tell you something. You know what I did?
What?
You wanna know what I did? I said, you know what? I'm not gonna take this, right? So what I did was I stood up, right? I stood up with the ball. I put my chest out and I held my chin up, right? You know, just like they teach you in ROTC. And I said, I'm not gonna take this, Trump. And I ran straight up, right? I ran straight up to the rim. He was lower than me, right? I jumped up and I was right about to slam that right over him, right? And let me tell you, his old wrinkly white hand came out of nowhere and stuffed the ball. Let me tell you, I've never been so disappointed in my life. This man stuffed the ball. It flew over, and Alex was sitting down on the bleachers. It flew over straight to Alex and knocked him out. This man was clean out, you know. He died. He basically died. Like, his shoes came off and everything. He fell back, his shoes came off, and like, this man was like out cold. Glasses broken and everything, you know. Everybody started laughing, right? And you know, within this time, right, everyone was dying. Everyone was on the ground, you know, just wheezing and like trying to hold back the tears of laughter, right?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. As soon as that happened, we heard a buzzer, and I looked up at the scoreboard, and I realized that this was all a deception, right? You know, it was all a prank, right? You know, Donald Trump, he did that on purpose. You know, he smacked the ball purposely to hit Alex in the face because he knew that it would make me laugh, right? Let me tell you something. LeBron James has never come in more of a clutch than he ever has in his life. I'm telling you, this man grabbed the ball with 2.3 seconds left, and he slammed it down straight through the hoop. The net came flying off, like I tell you, like it lit on fire and everything. Like Jesus came down, he was like, he wished me a good game, right? You know, Jesus came down, he kissed my feet because I'm God, like, right? I'm God. I'm God. I
He
promise
kissed
you
your
that.
feet.
Yeah, he kissed my bare feet, you know, my bare sweaty black foot, right? He kissed it, and he was like, you know what, man? You're my dad. I was like, you damn right I'm your dad. Because I'm Jesus. I'm God, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
I wished Donald Trump and I wished Joseph Biden, the little goblin man, and I wished Obama a good game, right? And I shook their hand, right? Shook every single one of their hands, right? And I said farewell to LeBron James and the homeless man, right? I gave him his dollar. He ran off into the bushes, and I think he started eating a squirrel. Anyways, hang on, I gotta do something. Anyways, let me tell you something. That was the best game of my life, right? Out of nowhere, the men in black, you know, Will Smith and that old white guy, they came up and they're like, did you enjoy that game? And they had the suits on and everything. They had the glasses on. They were like, did you enjoy that game? And it was like, yeah, we enjoyed that game, right? They put their glasses on, I promise to God. They whipped out their little silver pen, right? The little silver pen.
Uh-huh.
And they pressed the button. But right before they did it, I closed my eyes, right? I closed my eyes. And the button pressed, right? Everyone like forgot that happened, right? I acted like I forgot it happened, right? But I remembered every single bit of it, right? I remember every single bit of it, you know? And so they took us back to the basketball court, you know, they re-wounded up Alex, you know, Alex was dead asleep on the thing right there. He forgot everything because he got hit so hard with the ball. Anyways, you know, they put us back over there and we were just chilling, right? We were just chilling. After that, I was like, dang, that was a fun 2-hour game, you know what I'm saying? I checked my clock. It was the same time as the time it was when we left. I said, how did they do this, right? Same day, same year, same everything. We went back in time. Best time warp of my life. And so, yeah, that was the time I played with the presidential candidates.
Paul, that was the best
punked him.
story I've ever heard in my goddamn life.
Right? Like, best story in
And
like
at the end of the day, I found out
right?
the 3
years,
leagues over.
13.
The end.
I gotta tell you one last thing. It was super enjoyable. You want me to tell you what the last thing?
What?
It was fun. I still have the basketball that I beat them with, you know what I'm saying? It's all black and sweaty because, you know, Donald Jr., Donald Trump, you know, his gizzard sweat, like his neck chin, you know, the bottom of his chin. So I said, you know what? This is a good game, you know what I did? I put it on Amazon Prime, right? You know, some old white lady was like, let me buy that ball. I said, yeah, sure, $100 right now, and you know, Donald Jr. Trump, his sweat is on there, right? And Obama's handprint is still on there, and a little bit of LeBron James' nose hair is on there, right? That's a long story. He ripped the line off of the basketball, right? And he snorted a bunch of crack. Anyways, best game ever. But you know what sucks about it?
What?
It was all an April Fool's prank.
Aw, damn, bro, that sucks.
Yeah, I know, man. It was an awesome game, you know what I'm saying? But it's okay because it wasn't. And the men in black are on their way to your house right now to flash you with that little pen.
Damn.
And Randy, before you get flashed, I want to tell you something, buddy.
What?
When we play basketball together, that the exact same thing, right? The exact same thing will happen, right? You're gonna be a spectator. You're gonna see Alex's glasses get knocked off of his face, right? It's gonna be super awesome, and it's gonna be a really fun game. You're just gonna enjoy it, and it's gonna be an all-around fun game. That's all I gotta say, homie G. The men in black should be knocking on your door in like 3 seconds.
Oh shit, they're here.
Oh god, that's not good. Just Try to finish the game. Try to get him in. They'll like Fortnite, 100%.
Alright. Dude, we got slapped. Oh, Paul.
Oh, hell no. You gonna run up on a black man?
What the hell?
I know this black man ain't running up on a Dark Voyager for sure. Oh.
Oh my god.
Do I gotta kill this whole squad?
I think you do.
I think I do, right? You know what I'm saying? I think I do too. Black man going, you're going nowhere.
Oh shit.
Just got knocked down.
There's one more, a teammate.
Oh, I'm down.
I've been done the whole time. Paul, he's down, get him, he's gonna die.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god. What are you doing?
Let this be a lesson. Let this be a lesson. Tell him these exact words, you know, tell him that this is being loud on the
Holy
mic. Tell him this
shit.
right now.
One fucking health. I swear to God, if he lets it go right now.
Yeah, say this is a lesson for being on the mic.
You're an ass.
Oh my god.